Good morning, welcome. My name is Sally Myers, and I am the founder of the Perris and Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce Student of the Month program, and we want to welcome you here this morning for such a great time of fellowship and to be able to meet these wonderful students and their families and hear their stories, and of course meet our great sponsors. I'd like to ask you all to please stand, and Joe Strange with Student Venture is going to be leading our prayer for us today, and I know you have some special guests that you brought with you that we'd love for you to introduce as well. And then if you would remain standing, and we will lead, the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the Mayor Pro Tem, Matt Liesemeyer of the City of Menifee. So you're welcome to come forward as well. So thank you.
Thanks, Sally. We do have some guests back there, Stacy and Harmony. If you could raise your hand. Stacy's right there. She's our leader over at Heritage High School with Student Venture, and so she's part of our community as well, so wanted to share this special day with her as well. So let's pray, and looking forward to a great day. Father, we thank you so much for life, as always. There's ups and there's downs, there's good and there's bad in the midst of everything that we encounter, but God, the one thing that's constant is that your love for us never fails, that you are a good Father, and God, that you oversee all that's happening in this earth. And so, Lord, I just ask that you would continue to guide the students here that we're representing, or that are being represented today. And God, just guide their lives. Let them make a difference in this world. Give them gifts. Let them use those gifts to impact not only this community, but the nation. And so, God, just instill your love in them. I pray if they don't have a relationship with you, that they would come to know you. And I also pray for all the other leaders, the representatives in this room, God, that you would just have your hand of blessing and protection over them. Just use us to shine light in this community and in this state and in this country. And so we ask that in Jesus' name. Amen.
Good morning, everybody. Please join me in saluting our nation's flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, gentlemen. We greatly appreciate that. You're all welcome to take a seat. And for those of you that have finished your breakfast, and when you do, you're welcome to turn your chair around and be able to watch the program without getting a little crick in your neck. So we just want to make sure you're all very comfortable. I want to let you know that our program was founded 19 years ago in 1998, and we're so excited. You are part of a nonprofit organization. This program is called the Student of the Month Program, Inc., and we started our program actually in 1992 in Temecula, moved up to Murrieta, over to Lake Elsinore, and then to Perris and Menifee. And what is so exciting about our program is that it has blossomed throughout Riverside County and a little bit of North San Diego County, with several of our friends and sponsors saying, you know, I want a program like this in my community. So now, through a dear friend of ours, Altura Credit Union, and Karina Chum, she has a program like this in the Hemet San Jacinto area, in Banning Beaumont. She's also administrating the Moreno Valley program. We have some folks that have been part of the Temecula program, whose family was involved with the Vista Chamber. They now have one in Vista. And I was just told that Escondido now has one. So this is quite popular, and we're excited to see that this type of a format and program is really expanding through our area. So thank you to you for that as well. So we have a mission statement that we founded 26 years ago, and it's the same today as it was then. And it's how all your sons and daughters were selected for our program, and I want to share that with you. So all parents and grandparents, raise your hands of our students this morning so I can see you. Raise your hands nice and high. Okay, so this is in particular for you. So in our mission statement, it says that we are a local nonprofit student recognition program for honoring outstanding high school, college-bound seniors for their character, their love of learning, how our students have juggled numerous activities, from campus activities to athletics, community service, or have persevered through challenging life circumstances, all in a setting that honors God, our country, community, family, and something our business owners like, free enterprise. And so we come together at Student of the Month under all of that and we honor our students. And for our students, what we find out is that they're not just honored for their great grades, all of their community service hours, or how many classes they've taken, in the AP world, but who they are as a person, their heart, how they have been set apart from other students, and how you all have made a difference. And we're going to hear from you shortly to hear how you've made a difference, your passions, and just the things that are very special and unique about you. So before we do that, we want to introduce all of the students to you this morning. So when I call you, if you want to stand, and we'll definitely give you a great round of applause. So from Perris High School, and our principal, Juan Santos, if you want to please stand. And our student is Rosa Maria Biza, so if you want to stand, and all of your family and your mentor teacher. So everyone, please stand so we can give you a big round of applause. We're not shy at Student of the Month. We want to make sure that you know we're excited about you. From the California Military Institute, our principal, Michael Rhodes, and our student is Sonia Singh, and your family and mentor teacher, please stand. And with Paloma Valley High School, our principal, Jennifer Thomason, and our student is Eric Gabriel Amesqua. So if you want to please stand, and your family and mentor teacher, please. And grandma, we have a grandma here. And from Heritage High School, our principal, Frank Arce, and our student is Andrew John Gonzalez, and your family and mentor teacher, please stand. Congratulations to each one of you. And we're going to now introduce our special representatives from our two chambers of commerce. From the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Tony Amatuli. Am I saying that right? Okay, so I want you to come forward. And from the Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce, Tim Moore, also with VFW 888. So gentlemen, we'd love for you to share a few words of congratulations to our students. Thank you.
Oh, you go first. My guest.
Oh, thanks. Good morning. I'm Tony Amatuli. I'm the membership coordinator for the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, and I'm honored here to recognize these students today. I hope these Students of the Month winners, along with the past and future winners in the coming years, will continue to follow their dreams and accomplish their goals. Some of you, your journeys will take you across the country. Others, you'll be coming back to home. And this is where, as a chamber, we're kind of selfish about this, because our goals are to help grow and prosper businesses in our local communities. And hopefully you'll come back and open new businesses, large and small. Both are very important. And that you'll start families and you'll grow your communities. And the idea of that is that with your drive and ambition and civic pride, you'll become our next generation of civic leaders. So again, congratulations.
Morning. This is my fourth time up here for this year, third this year and one time last year, and it never ceases to amaze me what these kids do. They really got to be commended. The hard work, the time, the effort, and the support from their families and the school is just awesome in this area. I wish them all the luck, and the chamber's behind them, and if they need anything, we'll be here to help them. Congratulations.
Appreciate that. Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. We always love having our chambers represented because they are truly the ones that represent our business community. So thank you, gentlemen, for that. I'd like to introduce our volunteers, and as you all know, we're only as good as those that we surround ourselves with, and the Student of the Month program is no different. Our volunteers are exceptional. And I'd like to first say thank you to our chairs, which are Sarah Rico and Lori Ortel with the Perris Union High School District. So ladies, in the back, if you want to raise your hands. Thank you. So believe me, they do everything. So they are awesome. So thank you, ladies. And our MC, when I'm unable to be here, is our superintendent, Grant Bennett. So Grant, thank you for all that you do, and thank you for Sarah and Lori. And we also just want to appreciate all of our sponsors, because without you, it'd be obviously impossible to have our program as well. So thank you so much. So I'd like to introduce our breakfast sponsors to you. And if you open your program, you will see a list of sponsors. And I'm going to introduce those that are here. And so if I miss anyone, be sure to let me know. We have Azusa Pacific University with Nacheli Rodriguez. Where's Miss Nacheli? There you are. How are you? Good morning. Thank you very much. And from the city of Menifee, we have our Mayor Pro Tem Matt Leisenmeyer. So thank you very much. Also led our Pledge of Allegiance this morning. From the city of Perris, Judy Hani. So thank you, Judy. Appreciate that. From County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, Amber Smalley, just right over here, Miss Amber. Thank you. From Eastern Municipal Water District, one of our newest sponsors, Malia Ortloff. So thank you, Malia. We appreciate you. International Auto Crafters, Annie Petrelli. Towards the back around the corner. It's hard to see you, Miss Annie. And from Mount San Jacinto College, we have three lovely ladies with us this morning. Leticia Munoz and Lisa Avilla and Adriana Magda. So thank you, ladies, for being here. And we have many of our students that do go to MSJC, so we always appreciate your support. Thank you. And from Perris Union High School District, our superintendent, Grant Bennett. And you had met Lori Ortel and Sarah Rico. And we also have Dr. Marilyn Sacido. Hello, how are you this morning? Joe Williams. And also Kirk Skorpanich. And Hector Gonzalez. So thank you all for being here this morning. We do have amazing support from our school district. They're incredible. From the Riverside County Office of Education, Dr. White was planning on being here, but I don't think she has made it yet, so we always appreciate her contribution. From the Rotary Club of Perris, Mike Grinnens. So thank you very much. Good to see you in that red sweatshirt. All right. And we have from Star Milling, Bill Kramer. So Bill, it's so good to see you this morning. Thank you. We also have our scholarship donors with us. And let me just tell you a little bit about our scholarship program. It is really quite phenomenal. We have many generous donors in the community that provide scholarship dollars, and then they are divided equally amongst our students of the year. Well, how do you get to be a student of the year? I'm going to tell you. You're on the right track because you have to be a student of the month first. So for all of our students of the month, you will be competing for a scholarship for what we call Student of the Year with students at your own campus. And so in the springtime, Sarah and Lori will prepare a competitive scholarship application for you, which you will complete. It has about 2 short essay questions. It'll ask you various things about, do you have any part-time employment? What are your special activities? What are your passions? And it will be everything for this year. So you want to document everything that you're doing this year. And remember, you have to tell us everything because the judges only know what you share on the application. So you might be in the newspaper all the time for something fabulous that you're doing. Cut out those articles too, but be sure to put everything in the scholarship application. You might think it's a little braggy, but that's okay because it's a pretty hefty scholarship. And the judges don't know you, and they will be judging the applications, and they will select one student from each of our programs to come to a special dinner the end of May that will be held at the Storm Stadium over in Lake Elsinore. And it's a nice dinner, and you will be honored. You'll get to follow up and share a little bit more of your story. And then our scholarship donors will also get to share a few words with you as well that night. So it'll be a fun evening. And I'd like to introduce those students to you now. Those businesses to you now. I want to tell you right now we're looking at about $3,000 per student for the scholarship. So that is huge. So the donors that are here today, we have Eastern Municipal Water District, with Malia Ortloff, so thank you very much. Appreciate that. International Auto Crafters, Annie Petrelli. And Les Schwab Tire Center in Paris with Brady LeBlanc. So Mr. Brady, thank you. And also thank you, Brady, because your dear friend with Les Schwab and Temecula has just joined our Temecula program. So, you know, this is pretty cool, so thank you. And with the Menifee Valley Chamber of Commerce, so Mr. Tony, we thank you. The Chamber's donating dollars for the scholarship as well. And our ladies from Mount San Jacinto College, Letitia, Lisa, and Adriana, thank you very much for your scholarship. We appreciate it. And the Perris Union Management Association, also known as PUMA, Hector Gonzalez. So thank you very much. You all do a golf tournament and you contribute a huge part of that scholarship. So thank you for that. And Star Milling with Bill Kramer. So thank you, Bill. We appreciate it. Let's give all of our scholarship donors a great round of applause. We have some special Student of the Year gift sponsors, and they are Sweetest Speed and Champion Towing with Mark Yarborough, Costco, CR&R, and so they bring some special gifts to the table, as well as many of our other sponsors. Right before me say, you know, I'm going to do something special, so you'd be amazed at all the extra gifts that you receive. I'd like to now introduce our dignitary representatives. They're going to come and share a few words of congratulations and wisdom to you and show off their certificate to you, which you will have in a huge gift bag. And so we're going to begin with Judy Hani with the City of Perris, and then with Mayor Pro Tem Matt Leisenmeyer with the City of Menifee. And y'all are welcome to just come around and line up next to Sarah. From Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez, Caitlin Blackmere. Assemblyman Jose Medina, Cesar Gomez. From Senator Richard Roth's office, Altie Holtcomb. From U.S. Congressman Mark Takano's office, Danielle Hardin. And Grant Bennett, our superintendent of the Perris Union High School District, will conclude our remarks. So thank you very much, Miss Judy.
Good morning. Just wanted to say that on behalf of the City of Perris, Mayor, City Council, and our City Clerk, we want to extend to you and your families our sincerest congratulations and best wishes for your continued success in your future endeavors. And we're going to present to you this fabulous certificate that's signed by our Mayor and City Clerk. So congratulations.
Good morning, everybody. It's such a great honor to be here today again. Every year, the council, we pick days to come out here and be at this event. So I'm truly honored to be here because it's kind of a fight amongst the council members to be here and be in your presence for a change. I don't have any great words of inspiration, just to keep doing what you're doing already. Clearly, it's working. So just keep on that path. On behalf of the entire City of Menifee City Council, we do have a swag bag and a certificate of achievement. So congratulations to you all, and just keep doing what you're doing.
Lower that a little bit. Good morning. My name is Caitlin Blackmore, and I'm here on behalf of Assemblywoman Melissa Melendez, and we also have a certificate of recognition that we want to give to each of you students, and not only congratulate you, but honor you in at least some type of way. Sorry, I'm getting jumbled in my words, but we are just also proud of you, especially the Assemblywoman, and seeing it's not easy to become Student of the Month. So it's a great accomplishment, and I hope each of you are really proud, and I hope that you guys keep pushing, and I'm excited to see what the future has in store for each of you. So once again, on behalf of the Assemblywoman, congratulations.
Hello, my name is Cesar Gomez, and I'm here on behalf of the Office of California State Assembly Member Jose Medina. And just on behalf of the Assembly Member, I want to congratulate all the students that are here being recognized. Thank you and congratulations.
Well, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Senator Richard Roth, it is my pleasure to present certificates of recognition to all the students being honored here today. I also want to extend a special thanks to all the parents, grandparents, family members, and friends for supporting them on their efforts thus far. And lastly, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans in the room. Have a great day.
Good morning, my name is Danielle Harden. I'm with the Office of Congressman Mark Takano, and on behalf of the Congressman, we have certificates for all the students for all the hard work and accomplishments that they have achieved. And on that part, I just want to say school is not, it's hard, and what dedication, what the support that you have from your family and friends, you guys were able to achieve anything, and the sky's the limit, so good luck with all your future endeavors.
Good morning. On behalf of Riverside County Supervisor Marion Ashley's office, we would like to congratulate you on receiving the Student of the Month award. We wish you the best of success and encourage you to bring your knowledge and businesses back to our community. Thank you.
Well, good morning. I get to serve a dual purpose this morning. I'm also representing Judy White, our county superintendent, and she sent a certificate of recognition to all the students, and want to pass on her congratulations for earning the Student of the Month this month in November. And now I'm changing hats. Now I'm the superintendent for the Perris High School District. Every month, it's so exciting that we get to come out and do this every month. And you know, I'm proud of all of our schools and our students that we have doing such wonderful things in all of our schools throughout the district and our charter school. But today we get to honor the best of the best. And if you look around the room, there's only 4 students here, so each month we bring 4 students, which isn't many. So getting selected is a huge accomplishment, and we're very proud of the students that are here today. We're proud of their parents for the support. They couldn't have got to this point without the support of their parents and family. So that you owe your parents a big thank you also. One of you heard all those names that got read out. You know, there's the prizes that you're going to get and people that are here recognizing you and stuff. And one of the things we do as a district is we make sure that you say thank you to these people. So what we have is we have a whole big stack of thank you cards that you're going to get the honor of sending out to these people that are supporting this program. And this is, if you notice this isn't computer ready. This is handwritten thank you cards. So you're going to get a chance to write them. Your English teacher, Mrs. McNichols, will make sure she checks them for you and get them done. And you're probably going, well, I don't know who these people are. Well, yes, you do. There's a 3-page list of all the people that are supporting our program. Without the support of our community, this couldn't happen. And you know, I was here the very first Student of the Month way back in I think 2000 in Perris. In Perris was 98. So I was a math teacher back then, and I was here the first one getting to present a student. And to see the growth that's happened in this program in the years is, you know, we owe a lot to Sally for what she's done to make that happen in our community. And in closing, I just want to say thank you. You know, it's Veterans Day on Saturday. We need to recognize our veterans and the veterans and the people currently serving our armed forces and thank them for what they've done to keep us safe and free and be able to do the things we're doing, like a Student of the Month program. So on behalf of the Perris High School District, I want to say thank you and great job, everyone.
We just love our superintendent, Grant Bennett. And you all will be taking home some wonderful gifts. And on the table when you walked in, we call it sort of that wow factor. There are some bags that have been donated by Coke. And so we're excited about that. And inside it are many different items. And if you open up your program, let's see, where did I put my program? You're going to see all of there's almost a whole page donated to all the gifts that you get to take with you. And we have a sample right up here for you as well. And some of those that are with us today is Altura Credit Union, Chelly, so it's good to have you here. And the City of Menifee, as if Mayor Pro Tem had said, Matt Leismeyer, that you have a swag bag full of all kinds of goodies. And the city of Perris also has a swag bag. This is getting quite popular, all these special bags, and they surprise you with all kinds of fun things in those bags as well. Creative Printing donates the thank you notes for you. We have some really fun items from Eastern Municipal Water District, so thank you very much, Maria. International Auto Crafters has another bag with a plaque and candy and all kinds of goodies. And Loma Linda University Medical Center also has some goodies for you, as well as the Temecula Olive Oil Company. New Life Fellowship with Pastor Ted Norton in the back here has a Bible for you, so thank you very much. And we also have from Pastor Don Meinberg, Reflections Christian Fellowship. He has a Bible promise book, so you all are getting the good news, so that's exciting. And from the Perris Valley Chamber of Commerce and VFW 888, you get a $50 gift certificate, so that'll be a lot of fun. Normally you don't get cash, but you do here, so that's cool. And then from Sizzler Restaurant, which my husband and I own the Sizzler Restaurant, we have a gift certificate for you. And I wanted to say we are honoring veterans, and we do greatly appreciate our veterans. And just a little note is that the Sizzler on Veterans Day for lunch from 11 to 4, we're offering a complimentary meal to all of our veterans. So if you have a veteran in your family or you know someone in the community that's a veteran, please come here from 11 to 4. If you come after 4, we're going to give it to you anyway. We're not going to say no. So that'll be a lot of fun. And from the Parish Union High School District, they're giving you movie certificates and those thank you cards that Grant Bennett spoke to you about. They will provide postage. So once you write those thank you notes, be sure to give it to your principal, and they will be sure that they get postmarked and sent out to all of the sponsors. And a complimentary DVD, and that is being prepared by the Paloma Valley High School. And we'll just take care of this right now since we're talking about Paloma Valley High School. So Randy Hughes is our video director, standing up right over here. And he's got his headset on. He's so professional. Thank you very much, Mr. Randy. And then the crew. Okay. Cesar Hernandez, technical director, in the back over here. Seth Bolton, who does audio. All right. And Ian Hamilton, the video mixer. Very good. And then we have Stephen De La Rose, a cameraman. Where's Mr. Stephen? Woohoo! All right, there we go. And Nazim Archizi, and he is also a cameraman right over here. And Isaiah Pfeiffer, cameraman over here. So round of applause to Paloma Valley High School. So that is awesome. So with that, we're going to do the presentation of our students, and want to tell you a little bit about how that format will work. So we have a time of sharing where there'll be some great examples shared of character and how each student makes a difference. And when y'all come forward, you'll bring your entire families. We'll have our principal, our mentor teacher, and student and their family. So the principal will be behind the podium, the mentor teacher right here, the student right here, and the family lined up here. And we want everybody to be kind of shoulder to shoulder, side to side, because all of these folks that are taking the camera, taking the audio today, will make sure that all of you are in the picture, but you have to be side by side, so you can't be separated. So stay close together. And Frank, you can kind of be the one to keep everybody together. Since you're in the front, you have a new job with us, okay? And so the principal has about a minute, the teacher has about a minute, and the student has about 2.5 minutes. And in that time, the students, we're going to ask you to talk about the following things. We want you to introduce your family and guests, share a little bit about your college and career goals, and a little bit about your current life on campus, and be sure to introduce your mentor teacher. And then we want you to answer one or more of the following questions, and they are: what do you believe is your greatest contribution to your community, school, or family? What do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Or how do you plan on giving back to our community or paying it forward? Or sharing a personal story that demonstrates an obstacle that you have overcome? And then after the student speaks, we'll have the teacher speak, and then after the teacher speaks, the parent will speak. And so with that, we will begin. The order will be Perris High School, and we will conclude with Heritage High School. And I will leave this up here so that way you'll know who to call forward next. So with that, let's begin with Perris High School and our principal, Juan Santos. And Mike brought with us little tissue. So the tissue's right here. I'm going to pull one out so it's almost ready to go. Because we laugh with you, we will share tears of joy with you. So congratulations.
I'm going to try to put the Kleenex aside. See if I won't need it this time. Good morning, everybody, and thank you to all the dignitaries and everybody for being here today. I think they want us a little closer? Oh. All right. So I wanted to introduce to you our, I want to make sure that I get her middle name. Usually we don't use her middle name. Rosa Maria Baiza, who was a student of the month at Perris High School. She is one of the students, I have just been the principal at Perris High School for the last 2-3 months, and she was one of the very few students that I got to meet when I set foot on the campus on the first day. She was very active in terms of some of the activities that were going on campus, and her leadership was quite evident as she sought me out not just the first day but on a couple of different days, and she was always very pleasant coming to me and saying hi to me and inviting me to some of the events that were happening on our campus. Through her leadership, and I will let our teachers kind of explain a little bit more about some of the things that she's done. It's been quite amazing to be able to see the new heights that we're reaching with our ROTC groups on our campus. She's involved in ROTC, also in ASB, and she also runs cross country. And she invited me to come and be part of a sports day event that we had on our campus. And it was amazing to me to see how many students came out to be part of the sports day event that we had on our campus, where we had over 190 to 200 students that participated in this event. And as I spoke to Commander Longoria and Staff Sergeant Salcedo, they said this was the largest event that we've had in a while. And it was nice to be able to see who was leading the pack and who was kind of giving directions to all of our students, all of our cadets who were there. This last Saturday, we also had some great participation, over 200 students, I believe, in the Perris parade, the Perris parade that happened this weekend. And again, it's through her leadership that I see that our program is growing and becoming better. And so it's very nice to be able to have her be part of our leadership group in our school. I will let her explain a little bit more what she wants to do, but we want to support her in every way to be able to get to her dream school, which is UC Davis, and study political science. She can explain to you guys why she wants to study that. But with the help of her mentor teachers and her parents, I'm very glad to have students like Rosa Maria Baiza in our school representing Perris High School. So thank you very much.
Let me move this down a little bit. All right, so I want to start off by saying I'm very honored to be here in front of all of you today. To be chosen to be the student of the month for Perris High School is kind of a little overwhelming, and the support that I have is incredible. So my teachers are here with me today, the ROTC instructors. So I have Major Longoria and Master Sergeant Salcedo, and they've been very supportive of me from my freshman year when I first walked in. I'm sure they thought that I was a little bit too bubbly because I was always just kind of running into the room and jumping around. But even through that, they saw my potential and they let me act out on it. And I really appreciate that from them, because without them, I wouldn't be in the position that I am today. And I also want to say a big thank you to my mom, because she's played the largest role in my life. Since my parents are separated, I do live with just her. And even through all that, like as a single mother, she's there at all the events that she can make it to. She's always supporting me. Through our financial struggles, she always tries to make sure to provide us with what we need and even with what we want if it's not necessary. And so I really appreciate that from her. And then I want to thank all the sponsors, everybody that's here supporting this amazing program. To celebrate academic excellence is something incredible to see, because I mean, for Perris High, I'm the director of academics, so I love to like celebrate everybody, you know? It's great to see these students out here like succeeding, and it's just an amazing feeling. And to be one of those, like, I was just shocked when Principal Santos called me in. And overall, like, I feel like I don't want to talk about what I've overcome, because what matters is the fact that I overcame it. And that's what I want to kind of, why I want to go into political science, because there's a lot of things that play into it, like demographics and the whole bunch of statistics, and I like looking at it and what plays into somebody's life and how that impacts them. And I want to be able to like view the policies to change it and to help people. And so overall, I just really want to say a big thank you to everyone. I know at first I thought I wasn't even going to be able to go to college because I wasn't going to be able to afford it. And then through all the support that I've received and that I continue to receive, I see that it's possible now. And so that's all I want to say. Thank you. Oh yeah, hopefully UC Davis or Irvine, because those are my top schools. They're really nice. That's it. Sorry, and I'd like to introduce my instructors. I don't know.
Thank you, Rosa. I don't want to miss this opportunity. I know it's been said over and over. Sally, thank you very much for the years. Everybody in here, I mean, I've been around for a long time, so I know Frank, I know, just about everybody in here. And I just want to say thanks for supporting our youth, because as we ride off into the sunset, who's going to be left behind? Is these guys right here that are going to be stepping up and hopefully coming back to our community and making this a great community. Been here for 20 years, and I love Perris. It's my home now, and when I see these guys, we're cultivating our future. And for you guys that have been nominated and continue to go back to school, continue to do the good things and let it infect everybody else. We want to infect people to be successful. Rosa, amazing student. We have a program of over 335 students. She's the battalion commander. She's the leader. We put her in a position where she manages the academics, the discipline, and the organization of 335 students. That's a huge thing. And whether she becomes a CEO or a general in the Army or whatever she decides to do, she's going to do a fantastic job, just as I know you guys will. Thank you very much for supporting us.
Good morning. Really don't say much. She pretty much said it all. I just want to say something about Ms. Biza. I've known her for a little over 3 years, and I remember her freshman year, she'd come in during lunch, and she's a big ball of energy. And throughout the years that she's been in the program, she's always come up to us and talked about what her classes are like and what she's doing, what she wants to do and so forth. So I'm busy at my desk, and I'll just kind of sit down and just listen to what she has to say. And so we have these long conversations about what she wants to do in life, what college she wants to go to. And one big thing about me is I always encourage kids to go to college and to seek their potential on what they can do once they reach that level. So I'm glad, Ms. Biza, you got Student of the Month, and hopefully you get into UC Davis and UC Irvine and just seek your potential and do great things in life.
Bueno, solamente quería felicitar a mi niña por sus logros y darle las gracias a los maestros que la han apoyado hasta ahorita. Y quiero decirte, mami, que sigas adelante, que tú puedes lograr lo que tú quieres. Son tus sueños o síguelos. Adelante, mami. Felicidades.
She wanted to thank her daughter for the work that she's been doing, and also for her teachers for all of the support that they provided her. She believes in her, and she tells her that she's definitely going to make it in whatever else is coming next. So thank you very much. Next, I would like to introduce the representatives from California Military Institute, Mr. Michael Rhodes and Sonia Singh.
I don't bite. Good morning. So I'm the very proud principal of the California Military Institute, and I'm proud to be here today with Sonia Singh and her family and her mentor teacher. I know it's been said, but I'm sorry I have to say it as well. This is an amazing program for so many reasons, and I want to thank everybody that's a part of it. Everybody has their finger in the pie, and it's just amazing to me. It gets better and better, and I come here and I'm refreshed. And ironically, I was sitting at the table with Sonia trying to kind of put things in perspective for her. And I said, you realize that there's over 10,000 students in the district? She's like, okay. And I said, now you crunch the numbers. And she immediately started, because that's how she's crunching the numbers. I said, that's pretty significant. She's like, yes, sir. And it's just amazing to me. So I want to thank everybody, because this really is a big deal. Everybody that's here. Also, I would be remiss if I also didn't mention that we just recognized Veterans Day with our parade over the weekend. And for all the veterans in the room and those that aren't here, I'd like to thank them for what they do that allows us to do what we're doing here, so I appreciate that. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that, not that I'm biased or anything, but it's the Marine Corps birthday on November 10th. So anyway, it's all good. So this young lady, because I only get a minute, and I think I'm about 45 seconds in already, so I interviewed her, because I interview all the kids, and then I call the families and so on. I interviewed her last month for this particular distinction, and she didn't get the nod. But I told her at that point, I said, I'm pretty sure it's not if, it's when. And here we are today. I'm going to just give you some things to pontificate. She's focused. These are all from the teachers. Focused, driven. She's a role model. She's humble. She's kind. She's caring. She's a leader. She's intelligent. She's articulate. She's a whole lot of things. But, until today, I don't think she's even been able to put it. She's, ironically, and not surprisingly, she's number one of 105 students. So we have 105 seniors this year, and she wants to be a biomedical engineer. I know how you do that, but that's great. But her transcript is like ridiculous, and I'm just indicative of who she is right now, just now. I'm not going to go back to the past. She's a leader in ASB. She's in dual enrollment psych, AP Lit, AP Computer Science. I could go on and on. And she's just humble and nice. And she's an excellent role model, and I love her. I love being around her. She's just a bright, she's never down, she's always up. And I'm proud that you're here, and I'm proud to be your principal. And I look forward to the things that you're going to do when you leave us. And I will definitely miss you when you're gone.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Sonia Singh. I am Sergeant First Class from California Military Institute. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my principal, Mr. Rhodes, for giving me the motivation to unlock my true potential, and my mentor teacher, Ms. Martin, for sparking my passion of science and inspiring me to follow a field of biomedical sciences. I desire to become a biomedical engineer in the future, and I'd also like to thank my mother for being my role model as a single parent. And my school has had a positive impact on me. I came 7th grade, so it's going to be my 6th year here. So I wanted to answer the question today, what do you think is the most significant life lesson that you will take with you to college? Some of the most important life skills I have learned is time management. So when I came to CMI, I was a procrastinator, and I was involved in multiple clubs, but my poor time management led me to procrastination. So sometimes I had to scramble something in the middle of the night, but this affected me negatively because not only did I feel like mentally exhausted, but I felt like I had no control over my life. And I realized that it takes many attempts to come up with rules to bring a positive change in you. I genuinely thought that giving myself these time limits would force me to get things done at the specific time. I did this for weeks until I realized I rarely actually followed my timeline. I was organized, but organizing your tasks doesn't give you the motivation to do them. It takes many attempts of trial and error and experience with high responsibilities and a serious change of mindset to develop rules for staying motivated and quit procrastinating. The mindset that I developed was firstly thinking ahead. So this means knowing where you are and when you have to do things. And secondly, keeping track of where you are. So this leads you to take the initiative to take your big steps as soon as possible. If you stay focused and do things now, you don't have to do it later. And if you do it now, you will have time to make changes. So with effective time management, I have done well academically and worked my way up. And I hope I can revisit these rules in my future college, my dream school, USC. And I hope these rules can help some of you as well. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Good morning to everyone. To begin with, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be able to speak up here. I am the proud parent of Sonia. Not only the fact that she is my daughter, but I am very proud of what my daughter has achieved. Yes, even though we have faced a lot of hardships in our personal life, Sonia has always stayed positive. She is so determined to aim higher, and she is an inspiration in my life and to her friends. Also, I would like to thank her mentor teacher, Ms. Turner, and the principal of the CMI, Mr. Rhodes, for their constant efforts to encourage and support Sonia as their student. Thank you so much.
Hi, I'm Miss Martin, aka Mrs. Turner, whichever someone likes to call me by. I go by both. So I've been Sonia's biomedical teacher for 3+ years, and I'm sorry, I'm gonna embarrass you a minute, but one of the earliest memories that I have of Sonia is when she was giving a presentation. It was her first one in my class on how to do with a diabetes model. Okay, and I can just remember this shy, shaky little individual up there trying to talk. She hid behind her paper, and her hands were shaking, her voice was cracking a little bit, and I mean, that's normal, right? She just gave another presentation this year in advanced biomedical sciences, and basically what my students had to do is they had to design in their own innovation in an emergency room. Sonia flew with that project. She completely redesigned an emergency facility, showed us a schematic of the design, showed us the different rooms, and she was just so eloquent and so professional about the whole thing. And I'm just like, wow. As a teacher, I got to see that. And those teachers in the audience should know this, that it's a cool thing, right? When you can actually watch a young person actually intrinsically evolve, like inside, academically, socially, professionally, everything. And I know it sounds corny, and a lot of times we see on those little buttons like, oh, they're a seedling and they grow into a flower, but that's really what it is, and it's an awesome thing to watch. I mean, I got to see her evolve into this eloquent, mature, beautiful young lady. And I'm not gonna cry. I got a little tissue thing, never mind. Okay, but she's getting ready to graduate, thank you. She's getting ready to graduate, and she's one of those students that I know I don't have to worry about, because anything that she attempts, she's gonna excel at. Anything she wants to do, I know she's gonna accomplish it. And I wish her the best of luck, and Ms. Martin's always here, so if you wanna, stay in touch, I'm here, so just remember that. And again, I want to say thank you to everyone that puts on this, the sponsors and the dignitaries that put this on every month for these students, because it really is something special, especially to recognize them. So thank you so much.
And Sonia, before you sit down, I forgot to mention one thing that's somewhat important. She's also a finalist for Equestbridge, which is also representative of who she is. She's just a fantastic human being. So congratulations. Next up, the proud principal of Paloma Valley High School, Miss Jennifer Tomasian.
Right, good morning. Thank you everyone for being here. Thank you to the sponsors and everyone for putting on this event. Thank you, Sally, for doing this event. Stand by, Grandma. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here. I'm Jennifer Tomasian, proud principal at Paloma Valley High School. And we are here with our Student of the Month. Eric Amweska. Things that impress me about Eric. Number one, he's never received anything less than an A in all of his high school journeys. That's impressive in and of itself. It's more impressive when you consider that 18 of those A's have been in honors, AP, and dual enrollment courses. That's incredibly impressive. It's more impressive that you consider he's taking 6 AP classes this semester and will take another 6 next semester. Out of our 668 seniors, he is currently ranked number 1. That is a huge accomplishment. He has a cumulative GPA of 4.476. Well done, Eric. From one trumpet player to another, though, I'm even more impressed at your ability on the field and in the concert. He is our trumpet section leader. He is a 4-year member of band. He's also been on the tennis team for 2 years, so he's an athlete as well. Eric is also the vice president of Key Club and the president of our Harry Potter Club. He is an all-around fabulous student. He has a passion for learning and a passion for life. Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I would first like to give a warm thanks to the sponsors, the staff, and the students for being here today. None of this would be possible without you. So when Mr. Mossian first awarded me this honor, I was in jazz band last week. We just finished playing this song called Every Summer Night by Pat Metheny. Well, every time we play this song, everyone's just jamming out and really getting into the music. And I'm a trumpet player, so especially the trumpets in the back, we're just really grooving out back there and just getting into it. Well, in the song, I have a solo, and the solo is super fast, and it gets really high, and it's just insanely difficult to play. The first time we were playing this song, I didn't practice for it. Like, I had the music, but I didn't practice for it, and we were just getting a feel for it, and it was kind of slow, kind of chill, and with the occasional fluctuation of excitement, and then it would come back down. I was like 15 seconds away from the solo, and I told myself, it's not even that high. 10 seconds away. I got this, I told myself. And then, now that it was 5 seconds away, I took a breath, put my trumpet to my lips, and I played. I played the first few notes, and I totally flopped the high part. It sounded like one of those squeezable duck toys. It was terrible. And I was devastated. I was devastated not so much at the fact that I failed, but at the fact that I didn't put in the effort. I didn't try to get that high note. I didn't practice. Despite everyone saying that it wasn't that bad and things like it's okay that you missed the note since it's a hard part to play, I knew that I could have done better. Nobody else did, but I knew that I could have tried harder. So when I got home, what do you guys think I did? Wrong, I did calculus first. Calculus, I always do my calculus first, and then everything else is secondary. So I did calculus, put that away. I got my trumpet out, and then I practiced, and I practiced, and I practiced. And then I looked at the clock, and it was already 8 p.m. So bedtime. I took the L on my homework that night, and I decided that I'd rather, frantically do it the night before, and like the period before, instead of losing sleep. So the next day, 5th period rolls around, which is jazz band, and I go to my class, and I feel ready. I'm super psyched for this. I feel pumped up. And we pull out the chart, and we're just grooving out again, and I'm just playing the music, kind of just getting into it again. And in the back of my mind, I know that I have to play the solo, and it's coming up. So the music starts building up a little bit. People start playing louder. It starts getting a bit more intense, and then the drums just start really banging on those drums. I'm 15 seconds away. My breath quickens, and my heartbeat spikes. I'm 10 seconds away. I'm just like super thirsty all of a sudden. 2 seconds away, I take a breath. My chest is on fire, and I nail it. I completely nail it. And it was just instant euphoria. Well, actually, it wasn't instant, because I was holding the note. I was holding the note, and I was sure I was gonna die. It was really hard and difficult. But after that, when the song ended, everyone stopped playing, and I just saw heads turning, and that's when I knew that I'd done something really special. Diligent work in any aspect of life pays off. Whether you want to be an astronaut or a teacher or a rapper or a ghost hunter, it's gonna pay off. If you try your hardest, put the time into something, you're gonna get what you put into it. That's what high school and band especially has taught me. I personally, after high school, I would like to attend Stanford, hopefully, and major in aerospace engineering. I would like to do that for a few years and then hopefully become a high school teacher. That's always been my dream. I love space, and I love to push the boundaries of space exploration. So, yeah, high school, band especially, has taught me that you get what you put into something. If you don't study, you won't get that grade you want. If you don't apply to that school, you'll never know if you can attend it or not. If you don't ask her, you'll never know. And lastly, if you don't reach for the stars, you'll never leave this room. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much. I'm, excuse me, I'm Angela McNicholas. I'm Eric's AP Lit teacher. I met Eric early this year when he informed me that he had taken dual enrollment English his junior year, and I had found out that he had gotten A's both semesters. So I was curious, why was he in AP Lit? He didn't have to take the course. So he told me that he was going to be the valedictorian, and that in order to do that, he also needed to take AP Language and Composition. So his schedule every afternoon is he comes to my AP Lit class, and then he dashes over to AP Lang for his 7th period. He is an amazing writer. He is a great friend and leader in class. He's funny. He's a part of this really great 6th period class. Always a pleasure to work with, always positive attitude. I've had the pleasure of standing up for many students, but I would say Eric is definitely probably in that #1 position. He's just a great young man and so well deserving of this award. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I am the grandmother of Eric, representing the parents because they were unable to come today. But I just like to say that I'm very proud of him. I see him all the time studying, practicing, and putting an effort on everything he does. I'm proud of him, and I know that he will be succeeding in everything he wants to do. Thank you.
I forgot to introduce, this is my girlfriend, Ulissa, and then this is my grandma. My parents weren't able to come, but they're the backwind in my sails. Yes. They're the ones really pushing me and encouraging me to go far. My 2 brothers, actually, they're my inspiration. Like, without them, I definitely would not be here. They're one graduated college, is getting his master's for teaching, and the other is still in college. They're like the best. I backpack with them. I do everything with them, and I would not be here without them. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Next up, we have from Heritage High School, proud principal, Mr. Frank Arce, and student Andrew Gonzalez.
Good morning, everyone. Getting ready to wrap up here with our final student of the month from Heritage High School, and I'm very proud to introduce you all to Andrew Gonzalez and his family. Andrew is one of our top students at Heritage High School, and he's also very much involved in AP courses, at advanced classes, also has one of the top GPAs for his senior class. He's very actively involved in robotics and engineering, and actually he's one of the captains of his team. But something else I want to share about Andrew is he can play a mean guitar, and he can jam. And I've actually seen it personally because I've jammed with him during lunch. So my suggestion is Tomasian and Eric on trumpets, me and Andrew. We can either do a rock band or a mariachi. It's up to you. I vote mariachi, but whatever. I want to share with you that when I got a chance to talk to Andrew and talk to him about, what's his motivation and what are his plans for college, I got to hear something from him that I just felt was amazing. First of all, he's a very humble young man, and he's a very respectful young man, and you'll notice that in just the way he talks to people, right? then I started talking to him about his parents, and he told me his parents' story and all that. And I asked him, what do you do on weekends? And he says, well, on Saturdays, I work. I said, oh, okay, you got a job. What do you do? He said, well, not really. He said, I mow lawns with my dad on the weekends, on Saturdays. So this is a kid who's in advanced classes. He's in extracurricular activities, and that alone keeps you tons of busy. But every Saturday finds the time to go with his dad and learn about the value of work, of commitment, of dedication, mowing lawns with dad. And that was so inspirational to me. First thing I thought is, shoot, my kids don't do anything with me on the weekends. I got to get them to clean the pool or something, But he's an amazing young man. Andrew, I'll share with you that there are times in education where people like myself, just get bogged down sometimes with the struggles and the kind of job that we do and all that. And then coming here and hearing your guys' stories, the Student of the Month, and hearing you, Andrew, is really an inspiration to people like me. So thank you, Andrew. Everyone, Andrew Gonzalez.
Let me take the time to make sure to know what to say. All right, cool. Good morning. First off, I'd like to say thank you. I'd like to say thank you to everyone who was able to make it today, to be able to allow us to all come together and with a bunch of great like-minded people to be able to help celebrate with each other. I'd like to celebrate I'd like to thank all of my family and friends, teachers and mentors for giving me the support that I would need to be where I am today. Not just here physically with you guys, but in my academic standing, social standing, and I'd like to thank them all so very much. I would not be here without the people that I have behind me. After high school, I would love to go to college to study something along the lines of civil engineering, places like either UC Irvine, places like UC San Diego. And the reason why I'd like to do that is because as an engineer, there's always projects for you to be doing. There's always many different things that you could be improving, be it the structure of a building, infrastructure, whether it's creating a new design, making something new. Engineers are always working hard to be able to try and make life better for the people around them, whether or not they know them. And to be on that path, it takes a certain kind of mentality, it takes a certain kind of understanding, and I feel that that my passion and understanding for things like maths and sciences, that I feel like there might be no other job out there for me except engineering, because it's something I feel like I would love to be doing, and to be able to help that many people in doing that job. I feel like there's no greater success than doing what you're loving and helping others while doing it. I'd like to thank all of the sponsors here for allowing us to come together and allowing me to celebrate this wonderful time with you wonderful people. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm Stacy McPherson. I am Andrew's chemistry teacher, AP chemistry teacher, and robotics advisor. I have had the privilege of working with Andrew for the last 4 years. Not only have I seen Andrew in the role of a student, but I am fortunate enough to have a son who's participated in our robotics program at school. And Andrew has always been there every step of the way since his freshman year, not only as a teammate, but also as a huge emotional support for his team. He's one of those level-headed kids who always stays calm no matter how pressured any situation is. He's an outside-the-box thinker. So when everybody else is saying, do this, do this, do this, do this, we have to do it this way, Andrew says, no, we don't. And he just waits for everybody to ask, why not? And so he comes full circle with some crazy out-of-the-box idea, because he has, instead of sitting there listening to everybody say it has to be this way, looked at everything from every angle in every possible way it could be done and chosen the most obscure way, because he sees that everything fits together in its own special way, totally different than what everybody else saw. And normally, it is 100% right on. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to come here, because we are the mentors that we're supposed to be picking our amazing students, but I feel that it's our amazing students that allow us to be the mentors. So Andrew is one of those students in my class who always gets my jokes. It doesn't happen very often. Science teachers are a little rare breed. Yeah, got me, Miss Turner. And so there are lots of times in class I tell these really strange jokes, and Andrew's the only one laughing. And then he comes up after class and he says, you know that joke you told? I totally get it. And then he has to tell me exactly why he got it. So yesterday I had a nice experience with Andrew. He usually is, I used to call him Mr. 100%. He was always the kid getting 100% in my class. On our last AP chemistry test, he decided that he didn't know the answer to something. And because he has that outside the box thinking, he took some crazy formula that I never really made a big deal about. It was one of those in passing kind of things. Hey, you might want to know this. It might be good at some point. Not really something you have to know, but. And because he had that but formula, he was able to actually sit down and derive the actual formula he needed in order to complete the problem. Most kids would have looked at it and went, yeah, I forgot the formula. Oh, well, just 1 point, move on. No, not Andrew. And not only did he do that on the test, but he had, he wanted to share. So he had to come back during lunch to tell me, I need a piece of paper because I got to write down what I did on the test 2 weeks ago because I just remembered what I did. Hugely enormous heart, great talent. Besides robotics and great grades, he does play the guitar. He wins our talent contest at some level every year for the last few years. Just a phenomenal student, great character. I love to have him on our campus. I love to have him in our robotics club, and hugely emotional support for all the kids, always calm, and does great under pressure. So thank you.
Me siento muy orgulloso en este día por estar en este lugar, pero viene a mi mente algo que he aprendido, que toda buena dádiva y todo don perfecto viene de lo alto.
I feel very proud to be here today, and something comes to mind, and that's that every gift that we have comes from somewhere higher than us.
Quiero darle gracias a Dios primeramente.
I want to thank God first of all.
Y a los maestros por esta obra que están haciendo, porque lo que estoy cosechando en este momento.
And the teachers for what you do, because what I am harvesting now
es esas bendiciones de Dios.
Are the blessings from God.
Quiero darle gracias a Dios primeramente por estos maestros.
I want to thank God for the teachers.
Por mis hijos.
For my kids.
Por mi esposa.
For my wife.
Porque juntos en el hogar podemos educar a nuestros hijos y
because education begins at home.
Y la otra parte yo creo que viene mucho de los maestros,
but the other
de
piece
estos muchachos.
That I think is important is comes from the teachers.
Que Dios bendiga a estos muchachos.
God bless our kids.
Que sigan haciendo como están haciendo.
That they continue doing what they do.
Que van a llegar a cosechar, van a llegar hasta el lugar donde ustedes quieren llegar.
Because they will get where
sigan
they want
haciendo
to get
esto.
to. Keep doing what you're doing.
Dios les bendiga.
God bless. All right, thank you. Before I hand it off to Sally Meyer, if I can have the video crew just help me out. Next time, maybe put an effect on me or something, because is it just me or my hairline is just receding rapidly every month, I know. And then the gray here, and I do know that the camera adds a few more pounds. Maybe it's just a job, I don't know. But thank you all, and I'd like to welcome back Sally Meyer for closing comments.
Frank, you must be looking at the TV up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. Oh, well, are you all blessed this morning by the stories from our wonderful students? Yes, I am too. And it is just amazing. I'd like to just share a few things at the end before we close. Here we had bragged about Paloma Valley High School, just to let you know that the students work with Randy Hughes as an assignment, really, to go back and edit the video for Time Warner cable television, and it is aired in our community through the generosity of the City of Perris and the City of Menifee, so we appreciate you all very much for that. Sarah is going to take a picture out front of all of our students, and you'll bring your swag bags out. So that will be a lot of fun. And then I want to just read a little bit about some of the notes that I took on you. I do take copious notes when I'm listening to you, and some of the words that were used about each one of you. And I'd like for Rosa to please stand. So Rosa, and you are one adorable young lady, I must say. And Rosa, it was just really fun to see that you are in ROTC and just have that love of discipline. And here you are in ASB cross country, and some of the things that I enjoyed hearing about you was that you're energetic, and you didn't really tell us much about the overcomer part of your life story, but I know that there's something very significant there. So without knowing it, I just want to say hurrah for being victorious in overcoming, and I know that I'm sure whatever it was has made you the very strong and confident woman that you are today. And exciting that you want to go into political science and wanting to help people. So I know that you're going to do great at one of your special schools, either UC Davis or Irvine. So congratulations to you. Sonia, you are also another adorable young lady. And some of the words talked about you were kind and caring, and you talked about the lesson that you've learned about time management, and you shared with us some of the struggles that you had and what you went through to learn how to better manage your time. And many of us as adults still trying to figure out how to manage our time properly. But the fact that you thought ahead, you thought about taking the big steps and getting ahead of the game, and that is so important. And what I've learned, not only do my husband and I own and operate several Sizzlers, we're the largest franchisee in the whole Sizzler system, but I'm the marketing director, so I'm responsible for all of our advertising and things of that nature. And I have to tell you, I have to be very ahead of the game, because I find that if I can't sleep on something 1 or 2 nights, I always feel like I've made a mistake or I want to rethink it. So having to do something quickly, but making sure you have enough time to think ahead is really important. So it's great that you're learning that lesson now. So with that, I want to say congratulations on your Quest Bridge. Is that what that is called? Okay, that's very exciting. And we're excited about you being a biomedical engineer. So congratulations to you. And Mr. Eric, with all A's and a trumpet and a tennis player. So I love tennis too, just to let you know. We'll have to play sometime. And the fact that you are part of a jazz band and do all these great things with music. I loved how you told your story. It was a story that you had me captivated every single minute, just because how you described the adjectives that you used. It was just really just a lot of fun to hear you share. You could be a great orator, and just how you like to expand and expound on the things that you have experienced. So that was just fabulous. I liked the fact that in your lesson you talk about diligent work and working hard and being passionate about that and being precise, and yet at the same time you have this great way of just being just sweetly honest about what you do, that even makes it more exciting to hear you share. And that you want to be an aerospace engineer. We have a lot of engineers in this room, so congratulations to you. And finally, Mr. Andrew, you can please stand and show off that wonderful Dress for Success suit. I like that. You know, one of the first things that we heard about you was that you work with your dad on Saturdays to help mow the lawn. And I have 2.5 acres, and it's all landscaped. And that's a lot, right? Corner to corner and 500 rose bushes. So I have a lot of admiration for my gardener, who actually comes from the Perris area, and his kids go to Perris, and they mow on Saturdays with their dad. So I like that you spend time working hard with your father and learning that work ethic and that work value, because we need to know how to work hard as young people, and even as my age, because things do not come easy. And if we can learn the respect and appreciation of hard work, it will definitely take you to great years of success. And I love that fact that you want to make life better for other people around you, that you have a very sweet heart. And when you talk about outside of the box thinking that you were talking about, that 100%er, and you look at every angle, the word that came to my mind was visionary. And that is a special gift from God as well. So congratulations to you. So at the very end, I like to share a word from John Maxwell. He's a pastor, he's an author, he's a motivational speaker. He has just great leadership training materials that we actually use when we're developing a lot of our management and staff. And the word that he's going to share about is the word kindness, which is a word, incidentally, that was used on several of you today. So we're going to hear the word kindness.
Reverend Andrea Peterson from Toronto, Canada, who is a pastor to seniors, wants me to talk about the word kind. And Andrea, I can understand that. If you have a ministry to senior citizens, there is nothing that you perhaps could give them more than kindness. I was in New York City sitting in the office of a major marketing executive. She looked across the table to me, and this brilliant lady in this office that looked over Central Park said to me words one day that I'll never forget. She said, "What I try to do every day more than anything else is to be kind to people. I've just discovered," she said, "that kindness counts." I left that high-profile lady in that high-profile office that day, and as I took the elevator back down to the main floor to go out on the streets of New York City, I continue to remember what she said to me. No matter how spectacular you are, if you really want to touch people, just be kind. People really migrate to kindness.
Which is why you all are here today, because not only do you have special gifts, but God has given you a gift of kindness and caring for others. And it's something that is going to be contagious. And so it's great to be around people of kindness. So with that, I want to thank all of you. We've got our special logo up here. If you want to come take pictures up here before we go outside, you're welcome to do that quickly. Sarah wanted to remind me that our December Student of the Month program is on Thursday, December the 7th, not on a Wednesday. So for those of you that like to come all the time, be sure to come on Thursday, December the 7th. And with that, I want to say thank you very much, and may God richly bless you. And I hope you have a blessed Thanksgiving and are thankful for everything that God has given us. Thank you.